Currently in Nigeria now, there is a cholera outbreak. And due to the cholera outbreak, the federal government, has warned citizens to avoid locally made drinks such as zobo, kunu, tiger nuts, all these things that are locally made. The federal government, because of what is happening now, they have warned the people to desist from taking them for now. Let me tell you what cholera means. Cholera is a waterborne disease that affects the guts or the intestine. But if you use contaminated water to cook, you can also get it from food. So it is both a waterborne and a foodborne disease. This cholera is caused by an organism called Vibrio cholera. So once this organism I mentioned now enters into a person's guts, that's a person's intestine, it releases toxins that will make the person's intestine to start segregating fluid, that is bringing out fluids, and also start contracting like this. And so when this thing happens, the person will start vomiting, throwing up, and the person will start stooling. And the type of stool the person will be stooling is watery poo-poo. But I want to differentiate. It's not everyone that has diarrhea that has cholera. There is how you can know if what a person is suffering. The person might be vomiting and stooling, but there's one thing you have to find out. You have to check if that thing is there. You know that the person is really suffering from cholera. I want to let you know what you will see, and you know that the person is suffering from cholera. When the stool looks like rice water, it will be as white, almost as white as when you parboil a white rice. When you parboil a white rice, the water you sieve out from there is whitish in color. So when the stool is like that and the person is also vomiting at the same time, know that it is cholera. So can you just imagine when a person loses up to 1.5 liters of water, loses it out in under a second, under a minute, getting to an hour, the person is frequently stooling, frequently vomiting, the person will be dehydrated. And it is this dehydration that pies a person. When the person is dehydrated, that is when the person pies. That is why they say cholera pies a person. So let's be very careful in the type of water that we drink, more especially this time around. So there are some things I want us to do so that when we do it, we'll be able to prevent ourselves from getting cholera. Number one, always ensure that you wash your hands properly with soap and clean water. Not with soap and dirty water, but with soap and clean water. Make sure you wash your hands properly before you prepare any food. Before you eat any meal, make sure you've washed your hands properly well. And again, there are some people, when they go to the restroom, after using the restroom, they will not wash their hands with soap. They will just wash their hands with ordinary water. And when they see a friend, they will just give the person a handshake. When such a thing is done, the person is exposed to contracting cholera. So we have to be very careful that we ensure that whatever we do, before anything crosses into our mouth, we have to wash our hands properly well with soap and water. Another one, we should ensure that we always drink clean water. If you want, whether it is sachet water or bottled water, any water you want to drink, be careful and know where you get it from. There are some bottled water and some sachet water that are dirty water in disguise. If you see where they are preparing them, you will not drink it. So make sure you know where you are getting your water from. If you don't have any source of clean water around you, boil your water. Boil it, and when it cools down, you drink it. So make sure that the water you take in is very, very clean. So don't go and get water from rain when rain is falling. You see some people, rain will be falling, they will put bucket and bath, and the water will be falling from the zinc into the bath. And after that, they can use it to cook or eat. It can be contaminated. Another one, please also store your water in a good container. A container that is very clean to avoid contamination. You know that this disease is waterborne. And if you use a dirty water to cook it, it becomes foodborne. So we have to be very careful. And another one, stop eating outside. That is why the federal government has said that for now, people should stop drinking this zobo and this kunu and this tiger nuts and this pora that they make, and these locally prepared ones. You don't know how they made it. You don't know how hygienic the environment is. You don't know how clean the water is. So in order to stay on the safe side, please, you should stop those things for now. Another one, wash all the fruits you buy. Anytime you go to the market to buy fruits, whether it is apple, whatever it is, ensure that you wash it properly before you take it. Not that when you go to the market, you buy those things, you start eating it from there. Ensure that you take it to the house, wash it with salt to avoid getting cholera. Another one is always ensure that your food is properly covered. There are some people, they will leave their food open. Flies will go and perch on the poo that somebody that has cholera has passed out. When flies perches on it, and it will now come and perch on the food that is uncovered, and when the person eats it, automatically the person has gotten it. And also there are some people that sell fruits on the roadside. When you see where they are selling this food, they will cut it open. They will not use nylon to cover it. They will allow it, flies will be perching on them. After that, they will now start wrapping it. And when somebody buys that type of thing and eats, the person can get it. Please, let's share this video as to prevent ourselves and our loved ones from contacting this cholera. It is real. It has spied many children. It is not only for children, it also happens to adults. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.